morning, everyone. It's Kalina, Kintsugi Woman. How are you this morning? Just grabbed my coffee and thought I'd got some things I just wanted to be talking about this morning. You know, so often we've, this time of year, especially in November, is a big month for all of us because it's my dad's birthday coming up. He'd be 96. And we just had Remembrance Day. And, you know, he was a Korean veteran. And so there's a lot of moments remembering in the scrapbooks of our mind, right? You know, all the times that we had with Dad, and you know, all the things that Mom and Dad went through together as a couple, as partners. And you know, often we think about our relationships and things we've gone through with each other. You know, me as a daughter to them, and them as a couple together. It was really hard, you know, because back then, you know, they were raised in a community that was very conservative. And Dad, when he was younger, he broke through that. He was like me, he was a rebel. He did not want to be where he was, you know, and he left that community. He went to Korea. And being Mennonite, you know, you're not supposed to carry arms and everything, right? You know, and so when he came back, of course, he was shunned and, you know, there were issues. And it took a while for him and his family to get back together. But thank God we have them still. But they were old order Mennonite, right? You know, and they drove horse and buggies and very, very conservative. And I was raised with that all my life. You know, my grandparents, my cousins. I still have my cousins, thank God, that I'm connected to. But we had this huge big circle of life, you know, when you think of where you started, you know, as a child, all the things that we've gone through, all the lessons we've learned, the challenges, all of the questioning, all of the becoming, right, just becoming the person I am today, you know, and it's just about remembering and releasing and letting go of what was and to become who I am today, you know, and rising above all those challenges, you know. And November is a big month for me for that, you know, because it always brings me around full circle to this idea of remembering, releasing, and rising again stronger. You know, we are powerful. We've got powerful voices. We've got powerful stories to tell. And as a grandmother, especially now that I'm connected to Global Grandmothers Council Network, there's this story inside of all of us that we have inside of us, like my mother and my father have, right? Like they had, you know, and often those words were never spoken. Their journey has been, you know, like it'll be gone. But thank God, you know, now I have YouTube, I have outlets, I have platforms that I can share and I can help others, I can empower and I can uplift and I can speak the words that need to be said, words that I needed to hear, I can now say and support others. Like you're listening right now, you know, and I've got so many loved ones, and, you know, I just want each one of you to know how precious you are, how loved you are, you know, and in my life on this journey, you know, you're in my scrapbook, the scrapbook of my mind, my heart, and you are so loved. And I want you to remember. I want you to remember and to let go of whatever it is that you're holding on to. We've all got things that we've gone through together and separately in our relationships, you know, that have held us down, that pushed us back in the corner, that just tore us apart at times, you know, and things that just were unmentionable, that we just didn't know how we were going to get through, you know, and that pain, the regrets, that we maybe felt at the time, you know, the shame, whatever it is, just release and let go. You know, rise above, whatever it is. Remember that all my friends and family that have held me close in their hearts, in this circle that I've been in, you know, lifting me up. Thank you. Thank you. You're so precious to me, you know. And we, as grandmothers, we just gather all those ones that we love, all those people, precious people in our lives, gather them, bring them to you closer, and let them know how loved they are. Let them know, you know. If you were here right now to have a cup of coffee with you or make some chai, and we'd sit and we'd talk and we'd reminisce, and it was just you know, one of those days I often think, you know, we get listening to some stories and think, you know, like they've gone through so many things. And all those families now that have gone through floods in Jamaica right now with the flooding and all just the stories that they're going to have, you know, just remembering, you know, I had a niece that went over, they've got family over there, and the disaster, it's going to take years if they can get back to where they were and start over again, you know, but be with all of them. Lord, be with all these families in all these countries that are going through so much right now. All the separation. I can't imagine. There's no communication. There's no, they worry about, you know, like how are they going to get the infrastructure up and all the work and time, and it's just crazy, you know, and with all the refugees all over the world, you know, that are just going from place to place, carrying whatever they belong, or carrying that they own. Can you imagine what that's like? And what it's like for the parents and the older ones and the ones that are sick and all the women that are having babies. What about all of them? That's crazy just to even think about, you know, what they're going through. But my heart, my mind, my thoughts are with them, you know. Every day you see the news and you wonder, you know, what's going on and what's going to be next. There's so many things going on, and it's like we just are so thankful. I am so grateful for our life, for what we, our home, you know, our situation. You know, at times you get upset with things, but we have so much to be grateful for. I am so thankful. I'm saying, so thankful, sorry. I'm so thankful for all of you, my community, my home, my family, anyone that's touched my life. Thank you. You know, we are so blessed. We are so blessed. What are you doing today? Taking care of some bills. I've got to make some appointments, and, you know, working on my website, and I'm wondering what to do with situation with I would like to, because I make magazines, right? You know, and that's what I'm doing, and I really enjoy doing that. So I would like to do that. So I'm creating something for myself too. KalinaMedia.ca. What do you think about that? Right? Anyway, I'm going to start working on that. And my Kintsugi Woman, I'm still working on that. And working with my global grandmothers. And it's been a journey. And this, you know, this 1 year anniversary is coming up. And we've got that going on right now. So this next issue is all about that. And Suzanne Lewis, our co-founder of Global Grandmothers Council Network. So I'll be putting in different articles about her and things that people have sent me, and so you'll get to know her a little bit more through her life journey and her scrapbook of life, right? You know, so that'll be in there. So yeah, make sure you check and see our website, and I'll put the links in here, and on Wednesdays you can connect with me. You know, it's so wonderful just to be able to have that connection through Zoom, and I'm so fortunate that I've met beautiful women especially, you know, through this journey with Global Grandmothers. So let's connect and talk, and just let me know what you think. If you resonate with any of my Kintsugi Woman, with Global Grandmothers, with what I'm doing with the magazine, let me know. Share. I would love to have a review. I would love to see what your thoughts are, see what it is that you think I can maybe share, or what I should be doing next. And let me know. Take care of you, love you, trust you. This is Kalina, Kintsugi Woman. Have a wonderful day. I think it's going to rain. Get the umbrellas out.